Hi guys, my name is Kay and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, this is going to be another video where I discuss my road to becoming a UKRN. So I want to share with you my experience taking the NMC CBT examination. So if you want to see more, then please keep on watching. So if hindi nyo pa napanood yung first video ko, the first video of this series, so I will link it in the cards or put it in the description box below. I recently passed my CBT test, so I wanted to share with you my experience ko, ano yung pinagdaanan ko, how I prepared for the exam, and some little tips na mai-share ko based on my own experience. Just to give you a quick overview, I had a video regarding my IELTS experience, so the IELTS UKVI. So if you want to become a UKRN, the first step is for you to take the IELTS. Then after mong makapag-take ng IELTS, then you're ready to do the next step, which is the NMC application. So for the NMC application, you could actually do it yourself, or you could ask assistance from several Facebook groups or agencies also. Kasi in my case, after passing the IELTS test, I applied in several agencies. So may mga agencies na nagpa-process ng UK application, and luckily I got into one. So nag-apply ako sa KAMOX agency. So once na available na yung IELTS nyo, pwede na kayong mag-forward ng application nyo sa mga agencies. And once the agency deemed that you are qualified, then magpo-proceed na kayo sa next step. What would be the next step after the IELTS UKVI? So ang next step nyo na is to create an NMC account. So ano nga ba yung NMC? So yung NMC is the Nursing and Midwifery Council. So sila yung parang legislative body. Parang sa Philippines, para siyang PRC or para siyang Saudi Council dito sa Saudi. So sila yung governing body na nag-i-issue sa'yo ng license for you to practice nursing in their country or in UK. Yung NMC, so meron silang website. So I'll just put it in the link down below. So meron silang overseas website. So iba pa yung website nila for nurses in the European Union, meron din silang for overseas. So since wala tayo sa UK, we will be utilizing the overseas website. So yung NMC, meron siyang two parts ng exam. So yung part 1, yun yung na-take ko na. So part 1 would be a written, actually it's not written, computer-based siya na parang board exam. Para kang nagtitake ng prometric, para kang nagtitake ng NCLEX or ng board exam. So it's 120 questions and you're given 4 hours to take the exam. Computer-based siya, so hindi ka na masyadong mahihirapan mag-exam kasi babasahin mo na lang sa computer yung tapos sasagutan mo na lang doon. Then yung part 2 naman ng test would be the OSCE or OSCE. So it's I think objective structured clinical examination. So if you're not familiar if ano yung OSCE, para siyang revalida or return demo. So, i-demonstrate mo yung mga nursing skills na ibibigay sa'yo. I-discuss ko sa inyo yung steps na ginawa ko regarding my NMC application. First one, eligibility. So, you have to obtain eligibility para makapag-exam ka. First, you have to create an account dun nga sa website na nakalink sa baba. So, that's ireg.nmc-uk.org. So, mag-create ka ng account doon and magla-login ka. So, you have to log in and fill out your personal info. So, para kang gumagawa lang ng online account like Facebook or sa kung ano mang website. So, mag-fill out ka ng personal information mo. Hihingin niya na doon yung IELTS mo. So, before you can create an NMC account, you have to have an IELTS TRF form. So, ipapakita ko sa inyo yung TRF ng IELTS kasi hihingin nila yun. Kasi for you to be eligible to take the exam, kailangan nakapag-take ka na ng any English proficiency test. Wala ka pa naman kailangan i-secure na mga documents other than the IELTS TRF. From what I remember, yun pa lang yung naaalala ko. Once na ma-fill out mo na yung lahat, ma-submit mo na, there will be an eligibility verification that may take up to 24 hours. So, maghihintay ka na ma-approve yung eligibility mo, and then you will receive an email that says that you passed eligibility. So, I think para makapasa ka lang ng eligibility is English proficiency test, and I think yung sa course, kung nag-take ka ba ng nursing outside of UK. If may questions kayo regarding dun sa pag-fill out ng form, meron akong sinalihan na Facebook group. It's called Pinoy UK Nurses. Parang ganun, meron nag-add sa akin. So, dun ako naghahanap ng mga information. And I also watch YouTube videos regarding NMC application. I also read vlogs, written vlogs, kasi sa written vlogs, mas detailed yung application process. So, after 24 hours, makaka-receive ka ng authorization to test. So, ito na yung authorization to test mo, and you will receive this email from the NMC website. Along with this, magkakaroon ka din ng account sa Pearson VUE, kasi ang facilitate ng testing for the CBT NMC is Pearson VUE. Yung Pearson VUE, hindi mo kailangan gumawa ng account. Once you pass eligibility, NMC will directly forward your details to Pearson VUE. From Pearson, i-email ka nila, ito yung login mo, ito yung password mo, magla-login ka lang doon. So, once na okay na yon, once na mayroon ka ng authorization to test, pwede ka nang magpa-schedule ng exam mo. So, sa mga overseas nurses, ang tinitake na exam is yung RN1 or Adult Nursing. And in my case, since nga under ako sa agency, I signed a form, and yung agency na yung nag-shoulder ng expenses ko. So, sila na yung nagbayad para doon sa aking exams. So, sa pag-schedule naman ng test, so we will be taking the test 1 or the test of competence. So, dun sa website ng Pearson. Di ba I mentioned earlier na yung NMC forward nila sa Pearson yung details mo for eligibility. So, pwede ka nang mag-login sa Pearson VUE by the details na pinrovide nila sa'yo. So, once makuha mo yon, pwede ka na mag-login, pwede ka na mag-schedule ng test. If you decided na ikaw yung mag-shoulder ng expenses mo, it would cost 90 pounds or roughly 5,600 pesos. Pero if you decided na sila, yung agency mo na yung magbabayad para sa'yo, I think that's a better way if hindi ka naman nagmamadali, if you're not in a hurry, and if you do not have sufficient funds to fund your test. So, antayin mo lang na i-inform ka ng agency mo, kasi yung agency, yung employer mo na magbabayad nun para sa'yo. I forgot to mention earlier nga pala na since nga may agency na nagpa-process ng papers ko, they had me interviewed sa isang hospital, and that hospital is the one who's shouldering all my expenses. So, sila na yung nagbayad nung CBT test ko. So, pagka maglalagin ka na dun sa Pearson VUE na website, makikita mo na dun, pre-approved test. So, makikita mo yung RN1. So, pipiliin mo lang yung dates and location kung ano yung malapit sa'yo. Since I am here in Jeddah, pinili ko topaz system. So, medyo malayo siya from here. From dito sa bahay namin, 30 to 40 minutes. So, medyo malayo siya, but it's worth it kasi syempre, makakapag-test ka na kahit nandito ka pa. Kahit employed ka pa dito sa Saudi, pwede kang mag-take ng exam, mag-day off ka lang or mag-request ka lang ng 1 day off kasi medyo nakakapagod rin siya mentally. So, yung process kung paano siya, so pupunta ka dun sa Pearson VUE na website. So, ilink ko na lang din sa baba. I'll also put screenshots here or here. On the Pearson VUE website, there's a field there na nakalagay test takers. So, i-click yung test takers and then schedule an exam. Mag-a-appear yung select a program. So, pipiliin mo yung NMC kasi yun yung exam na kukunin mo. And then, magsa-sign in ka. So, once mag-sign in ka, yung information na galing sa Pearson, lalabas na nga dun yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na pre-approved exam, which is the RN1 Registered Nurse for Adults. So, once na nakita mo na yung pre-approved exam, pwede ka nang mag-schedule ng exam mo. Pipiliin mo yung time of your convenience. Pipiliin mo yung location na malapit sa'yo. You have to check the testing centers first before kang mag-book. You have to check the schedule, yung distance, kung ano yung mas malapit sa'yo. Once na mabayaran mo na siya, so it's time for you to review. So, kailangan mag-review ka, sabi nila, if you have 4 hours, pwede na yung 2 weeks. 4 hours per day, 2 weeks na pagre-review. Ako, 2 weeks akong nag-review, yung talagang review na nagbabasa ako araw-araw. Pero most of the time, ang ginagawa ko kasi nagsasagot ako ng mock test. Kasi pag minsan yung pag nagre-review ka, nakakaantok. Bibigyan ko kayo ng mga references na ginamit ko and as well as exam tips kung ano yung mga bagay na nag-work sa akin. So, disclaimer, hindi po ako tutor, I don't get any compensation by sharing this information. Hindi po ako nagmamagaling, hindi po ako expert sa pagtuturo or pagte-take ng exams, but these are the things that work for me na sana makatulong din sa inyong mga aspiring UKRNs. So, let's start with the references first. So, yung mga references na ginamit ko, nakuha ko lang din sila sa internet, dun nga sa Facebook group na sinalihan ko. So, since nga most of the time, majority sa atin ay nasa internet, nag-Facebook or put it to good use. Mag-research kayo ng mga reviewers available online. So, the first one is the Royal Marsden Manual of Clinical Nursing. So, ito, para siyang book, 1,000 pages siya. Nung tiningnan ko siya, parang I was so terrified to read it. Pero, hindi ko talaga siya binasa. Kumbaga, if may mga questions ako dun sa mock test na hindi ko alam, yung rationale, then magre-refer lang ako dun sa Royal Marsden na manual. Kasi parang yun yung manual nila for their procedures, kung ano yung, kumbaga, yung framework ng clinical practice nila is based on this Royal Marsden manual. So, the next book is The Code for Nurses and Midwives. So, I think this is Code of Ethics. So, nandito yung mga preserving dignity. So, yun. Kailangan basahin nyo rin yun. And you have to embody it. Kasi, most of the questions, yung patient care, delegation, dito mo siya makikita. Dito sa Code for Nurses. How you act professionally, how you interact with your patients, with your colleagues. So, dito mo siya makikita sa The Code for Nurses. So, the next one is the NMC Nursing Blueprints. So, itong nursing blueprints na to, actually, I just roughly or briefly read through them. Meron to mga Domain 1, Domain 2, Domain 3. Hindi ko na siya masyadong tanda, pero it's helpful na padaanan mo rin siya. Kasi since nga sa UK, although yung clinical procedures or yung clinical practice parehas, meron silang mga protocols na specific lang sa kanila. So, we have to be aware of that also. Number 4 is the NMC website. So, if meron pa kayong mga gustong malaman, if there are recent updates na gusto nyong i-check, you could check the NMC website. And number 5, good practice for drug calculations. So, dun sa exam na tinake ko, hindi masyado marami yung calculations. For computations, 10 questions lang yata. I don't know if it applies to all exams, but it's better to be prepared mag-compute. So, basic lang yung computation nila, yung medications, IV, so mga ganyan lang. Hindi naman rocket science yung computation, pero it's good to read those also.
Sa ko rin tong The Notebook. It's a comprehensive reviewer.
And dun sa Facebook group na sinalihan ko, nakakuha ako ng maraming mock test. So, I answered more than 800 questions. So, practice lang ng practice kasi the more ka nga nagpa-practice, the more mo siya na natatandaan. So, yun yung learning style ko. Hindi ako yung nagbabasa, nagme-memorize. Syempre, ang nursing kasi, syempre, di ba, parang yun yung interaction mo with the patient, tapos yung kung ano yung mga dapat unahin mo, prioritization, delegation. Minsan, common sense din, minsan yung evidence-based. Kumbaga, ang nursing practice kasi nila is evidence-based practice. So, kung ano yung nasa book, yun yung susundin mo. So, yun yung mga references na ginamit ko. If you want copies of these references, I'd be willing to help you out. Mag-comment lang kayo sa baba and I'll help you out kung saan nyo pwede makuha tong mga references na to. I-discuss ko din sa inyo yung exam tips. So, ito yung mga tips na nag-work para sa akin. Kumbaga, hindi ko naman kayo fino-force na sundin tong mga bagay na ginawa ko, pero I am here to share some or to shed some light dun sa mga taong medyo naguguluhan or yun sa mga taong walang idea, sa mga first timer kagaya ko. The first tip that I could share is you have to check your information during registration. So, kailangan match yung passport details mo kasi yung passport would be your form of identification. So, passport yung hihingi nila for you to verify yourself. The day itself, you have to bring your passport kasi as I mentioned, yun nga yung identification na hinihingi nila. Number 2, you have to sleep adequately and eat breakfast on the day itself. So, kailangan well-rested ka, kailangan you have food for your mind. So, ano ba ang food for the mind? Glucose. So, kailangan kumain ka. Hindi mo naman kailangan kumain ng marami. Baka naman sumama yung tiyan mo while doing the exam. Pero, dapat lang yung alam mo sa sarili mo na ready ka physically and emotionally sa pagte-take ng exam na to. Number 3, you have to come early. So, rule of thumb sa every test na gagawin mo, test man yan or interview, you have to come early at least 30 minutes before. Ako, I came like an hour or an hour and a half early kasi I don't know the way around. So, inagapan namin pumunta para sigurado ako na hindi ako malilate, hindi ako maliligaw, and ma-compose ko pa yung sarili ko bago ako mag-take ng test. Kasi, yung test is 4 hours. So, 4 hours ka doon. So, kailangan handa ka talaga. Number 5 or number 4, you have to maximize your time. So, since nga meron kang 4 hours, yung 120 questions mo, matatapos mo yan ng mga 2 hours maximum. So, i-double check mo yung mga sagot. Meron naman siyang option na i-flag mo yung question. Pag flinag mo yung question, pwede mo siyang balikan. Although, pwede mo pa naman balikan later yung mga questions, but I highly suggest you flag the questions na medyo hindi ka sigurado para at least ma-review mo siya later. Number 6, you always have to prioritize the patient and what's best for them. So, hindi naman lahat ng mga tanong naaral mo, hindi lahat ng bagay doon, or hindi lahat ng nasa exam talagang alam mo by heart. You just have to know that the patient should be the center of your care and lahat ng decision making mo sa mga situations na ibibigay sa exam would be patient-centered. So, kapag nalilito ka, ano ba ang mas makakabuti sa patient, yun ang sagot. And lastly, last tip ko is you have to pray. So, mag-pray ka to have a sound mind. Sana mag-pray ka na ibigay sa'yo lahat ng strength na kakailanganin mo sa pagtitake ng exam na to. I am not saying that this exam is a walk in the park. Medyo challenging siya. Most especially for those questions na medyo tricky. Most questions are really made to it's made for you to utilize your critical thinking skills. So, kailangan lang talaga basahin mo yung mga usual na mga topics. Meron naman sa internet na mga topics na usual na tinitake or tinatakil dun sa exam. So, tiwala lang sa sarili, kaya natin yan. So, this is the next step to becoming the UKRN that you always hope to be. But, isi-share ko lang sa inyo yung actual na experience ko kasi when I took the exam, it's actually the same if mag-take ka ng prometric exam. Meron kang computer, then may camera na nakaharap sa'yo, tapos meron kang laminated siya na parang paper and you have a whiteboard marker for computation. So, pagpasok mo doon, meron siyang instructions doon na magsisimula ka na ng test mo, ganyan, and you are given 4 hours. So, meron din siyang tutorial on how to operate or how to go over the exam. So, make sure na gamitin nyo yun. Utilize nyo yung time for tutorial kasi para sure din kayo. Kasi para hindi kayo magkamali, syempre pagka feeling mo nagkamali ka, mas stress ka na, mawawala na yung concentration mo. So, take your time. You're given the liberty of time. So, make sure you use your time wisely. So, nag-start na akong mag-exam. Ayun nga, fina-flag ko yung mga questions na medyo nagdududa ako sa sagot so that I could return back or pwede ko siyang balikan. Kasi ang advantage pag flinag mo yung questions, may mga questions kasi na alam mo na yung sagot 100%. So if i-review mo siya, hindi mo siya flinag, babalikan mo lahat yung questions. You'll go over the questions ulit na time consuming. So doon sa mga sigurado ka na tama yung sagot mo, wag mo na siyang i-flag. Yung mga bagay na, yung mga questions na medyo nagdududa ka, i-flag mo yun para mabalikan mo, ma-review mo siya. Meron siyang timer, makikita mo kung ilang minutes ka na. And walang calculator. Hindi ako nagtanong ng calculator nung naka-encounter na ako ng computation. Saka ko na-realize na walang calculator. Wala akong nakitang on-screen na calculator or maybe hindi ko lang hinanap. So, lahat ng calculations ko ay manual. Although, yung calculations niya, hindi naman siya talaga yung sobrang hirap na may mga microdrops and something like that. Yung mga point something. Wala namang ganun. Kumbaga, kung mas stress ka, lalo na yung mga tao kagaya ko na hindi masyadong mahilig sa mga computation, yung medyo weakness yung computation kasi wala akong calculator. So, ang ginawa ko, yung mga questions na may computation, ninumberan ko siya. So, di ba, I mentioned na binigyan niya kami ng parang papel na laminated para doon ka mag-compute ng mga computation. So, ninanumberan ko siya para at least kung i-check ko na yung answers ko, mababalikan ko siya dun sa computation ko. Wala pa yatang in less than 2 hours, natapos ko yung exam. And, hihina kasi ako. So, tip also, umihi ka muna bago ka mag-exam. Kasi, kapag hihihi ka na, hindi mo na mapigilan. Sayang yung oras mo. Although, 3 beses ko na chinek yung mga sagot ko. 3 times ko siyang chinek, tapos yung mga flag questions, 2 times kong chinek. So, I think that's more than enough. Kung, ang motto ko kasi, pag nag-i-exam ako, kung hindi ko na talaga alam, let it be. I did my best, ganun. So, kung hindi ko na talaga alam, hindi ko talaga siya alam. You will not be left empty-handed kasi multiple choice. So, may pagpipilian ka. Kumbaga, practice the elimination system, yung i-eliminate mo yung pagka may mga contrasting na mga ideas, eliminate mo yung alam mong hindi. So, that leaves you with 3. So, 3 na lang yung pagpipilian mo. Malaki na yung chance mo. Meron ka ng 33% of passing. So, konti na lang. Nung natapos ko na yung exam ko, so, binigyan lang nila ako ng acknowledgement form, yung papel na nag-acknowledge na nag-take ka na ng test na yon. And then, I went out of the office. Wala pang 10 minutes. Kita ko na agad dun sa Pearson na website na pumasa ko. Makikita mo siya agad. You will not have the anxiety of waiting if pumasa ka or hindi. Kasi pagkalabas ko, umihi lang ako. Then pagka-check ko, andyan na. Kita mo na agad yung score mo. So, yun yung experience ko sa pag-i-exam. So, hindi ko siya film real time. Kasi, syempre, diba, if pumasa ka, i-savor mo muna yung moment na pumasa ka kasi that's one great achievement, most especially if talagang pinaghirapan mo, gre-review ka araw-araw and you're a few steps closer to reaching your dreams. So, yun lang yung video ko for today. Sana na gustuhan nyo itong video na to. Medyo mahaba tong series ng videos na to kasi I really want to share with you my raw experience, yung talagang yung experience na pinagdaanan ko while processing this. Sana makatulong to sa inyo. Please hit the like button if gusto niyo yung mga videos na ganito. Comment down below if may questions kayo sa mga reviewer, pag-exam, or if meron kayong tanong sa akin, and I'll be willing to answer all of your questions. Gusto ko kayong matulungan. Gusto kong ma-share yung aking journey sa pagiging UKRN. So, yun lang. And please subscribe to my channel if hindi pa kayo nakasubscribe. And I will see you on my next video. Bye!